Hi, this is Sherry, and in this video, we're going to talk about Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs. What is the relevance of this in terms of taking care of our students' well-being? And of course, what is the importance of this for us as teachers applying it in our daily practice? Okay, so let's take a look at the pyramid. And as we see, it's divided into three sections. We have the first one, basic needs. Second is psychological needs and self-fulfillment. Then we look at the first part, so the basic needs, and the first part of it is the physiological needs, right? One of the most important things for a student to get started throughout the day are these things. Did they get enough rest? Did they eat? Have they taken their breakfast? Making sure that our students are hydrated, especially here in the UAE, the weather, considering its weather, and a lot of other factors, but these are the most important things in terms of the physiological needs. And for us as teachers, there are a lot of different ways that we observe this, and we try to understand why our students behave as such. For example, the nutrition, because if you're able to determine the physiological needs of our students, we are able to take care of it also. So this could be related to the physical well-being of our students. Then we can make such recommendation for our students, right? Or to our school's nutritionist and to our canteen, for example, to the pantry, serving food that would best help accommodate the needs, the nutrients that is needed for our students, right? This nutrition for our students, what is going to be good for them. Then we look at the safety needs. Another thing, most important also, is the safety needs of our students. And I'd like to divide it into two sections when we talk about it. The first is the physical safety. The second one is the psychological safety. Now, physical safety has something to do with the physical environment, the classroom itself, the sitting arrangement, for example, the chairs, the resources, the materials that you're using in the classroom, right? Do they feel comfortable sitting in that chair? Right. Do they feel comfortable sitting next to this? Are they comfortable with the table that they're using? For example, with the projector or with the visual aids that you're using, are the students at the back able to see what you are actually presenting, right? The wirings of the classroom, for example, the electrical things that's in the classroom, it has to be checked daily, weekly, by the school to make sure that our students are safe in the classroom itself, because sometimes when there are activities, right? I remember there was one instance where my student plugged into the socket something that is not supposed to be plugged, and as a result there was a bit of explosion and all that stuff. So we also have to make sure that we are guiding our students, right? So this is with regards to the physical safety of our students. Then we look at the psychological safety of our students. Psychological safety, we can look at it into three areas, okay? And this is between you as a teacher, then the classmates, and then the individuals, the student itself, okay? We have to be able to eliminate the barriers between you or us as teachers, our interaction with our students, right? This is the first part. And then the second part is the student with the other students, okay? We have to make sure that our students feel safe sitting next to this person, for example, that there is no harm for this person also, okay? That they feel protected, that they feel that there is no bully sitting next to them, for example, and not just bully sitting next to them, but we have to make sure, this is what I said earlier, that we have to be able to eliminate the barrier between the student and you as the teacher. Then the student with other students, and the last part is the student within themselves, most importantly. Because if we are able to do that, then our students feel comfortable. You ask your question, is your student comfortable talking to you? Do they open up to you? Do they speak what they feel towards you? Do you see them interacting with other classmates or only to specific person? Right? Do you see them comfortable in the classroom by themselves, sometimes even without other people around them? Because if you're able to answer that positively, then you are you're in the next step, right? And this is where you're able to establish a sense of belongingness in the classroom. Okay, are you able to create a safe, a warm classroom environment where your students do not feel any fear, where your students do not feel any embarrassment, any harm from their classmate? Because if they do not feel that way, then this is where they start to create friendship. They start to establish relationship with their classmates, right? And this is where collaboration happens, right? As part of the 21st century skills. Then this is where we see them, okay, actually creating such good interaction, such good activities are achieved when they feel that they belong to the society, that they are valued, right? And this is related to the next part, which is the esteem needs of our students, right? If they feel valued, they feel respected, they feel that their contribution is important, regardless of how big it is or small, then this is how we mold, we solidify, we boost the confidence of our students. And it doesn't happen in one day. It has to happen every day as much as we can. How, of course, this is where we use what positive reinforcement and what praise and recognition of our students' hard work, for example. And of course, just simply by interacting with them, sometimes boosts their confidence. And if we are able to achieve these things, to recognize these things, physiological safety, belongingness, and esteem needs, then your students are likely to achieve the top part of this pyramid, which is their self-actualization. They're able to achieve their full potential. This is where your student becomes creative thinkers. They become critical thinkers, right? They're able to achieve the highest order thinking skills, right? And they become knowledge producers rather than knowledge consumers, right? And this is the importance of Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs. There's a lot more to talk about it, but I tried to narrow it down to the very essence of it. And I hope you enjoyed listening to it. Should you have any comments or any suggestions, please feel free to comment. Thank you so much.